Hi, my name's Anthony, I'm Head of Education for IdHAIR UK. So today we're going to create a look that's based on the current Calico trend. It's a little bit more of a progressive look, so we're not going to use a traditional method to create the sort of colour placement. Traditionally it's done with more ribbons of colour, but we're going to work with more of a creative placement of panels of colour to create a bold, impactful statement. So to start my technique, I'm starting just below the occipital bone. I've took two partings, so we've gone from the centre of the occipital down to the corner of the nape on each side to give me a total of 3 triangles. So I'm going to start my technique on the left hand side on this panel here. The reason why is this is going to be my blonde panel, so I'm going to put all the blonde in first and then go back through and put the other colours. The reason we're doing it that way is because the blonde's going to take longer to lift, and it just means that I've got a little bit longer to play with. So I've chosen to work with Bleach Me with 𝐂𝐀𝐋 number 1. The reason why is I really want to protect those disulfide bonds and really prevent any damage as we're lifting. So I'm going to start by taking a slice of the triangle, and I'm going to use foil to isolate to really incubate my section and keep as much heat in and ensure as much lift as possible. So we're working with a really traditional back-to-back foiling technique. I'm not too worried about going right up to the root because I am going to use my darker colour as a little bit of a root shadow after I'm finished. I'm making sure that I've got maximum saturation so that I get the most even lift as possible. So I'm going to continue this all the way through the section using back-to-back slices, leaving no hair out. And just making sure that I take really fine sections, just so that I can get as much saturation in the foil as possible. So we've finished this back triangle, again just using back-to-back slices to ensure that we get as much lift as possible. So progressing on to the front, I'm going to work on the opposite side on this triangle in the front, again working back-to-back slices with Bleach Me and 𝐂𝐂𝐋 number 1. And just making sure when I'm applying the product that I'm going side to side with my brush so that I can really spread that hair out and make sure that it's fully saturated. So we've finished applying the blonde and we've moved on to adding the other colours. So through the back we've applied the copper through this panel. The copper was hair paint 6-stroke 4, 7-stroke 37 and orange ink. And then the darker panel underneath, again we used hair paint and we used 4-stroke 0 and 4-stroke 78. And then through the front panels we're going to add the copper through the top triangle using the same formula, and then the darker panel underneath again with the 4-stroke 0 and the 4-stroke 78. So I'm going to start with my copper panel through the top. Again, just outlining my section first. Just to keep everything nice and neat. And I'm just going to continue that all the way up. We're going to let the whole thing process for 35 minutes. We're going to remove using Element exclusive colour shampoo, and then we're going to tone the blonde bits, and once we come back I'll let you know what my toning formula was. So this is the finished look that we've created. I hope you love it as much as we do. So to style the hair we used our Me styling range. So we used Root Lifter, blow dried that in, curled it, and then we used dry texture spray and really shook it out to give it this sort of lived in grungy texture.